Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm King Dino, and on this episode, I'll be taking you through 10 things you must have when traveling with your dog. If you're new to our channel, my partner Adam and I and our dog Twyla have been traveling part-time around Australia for the last 2 years. So to check out all our past episodes and all our episodes in the future, make sure you go down the bottom and like and subscribe. Now make sure you stick around to the end because Twyla will be doing a guest appearance. Now Twyla is a cavoodle. We've had her for 3 years now and she's the most lovable dog. She is our fur baby, and just like probably you at home, we absolutely love our baby. Now before we dive into our top 10, I thought I'd just mention our merchandise page is up and running. All you need to do is scan this QR code. It will take you to our merch page where we have hoodies, we've got mugs like this, t-shirts, and a few other products on there that you can get right now. So item number 1 is something that perhaps you wouldn't think would be on this list as an item, but it is the simple backpack. Now, all these are not in any particular order. It's just things that we find really handy to have while traveling with Twyla. Now, Twyla's only a small dog, so if you have a larger dog, some of these things might alter depending on the size of your dog. But when it comes to the backpack, this is just for us to carry all her things in that we'll need while we are venturing around the bush, in a city, anywhere we go. We take her backpack and it has everything we need to get through the day that we can't get because we haven't got the van with us. So it's all in here. Number 2 on the list is water and food bowl. I'll start with the water bowl. Now, we've had this ever since we've had Twyla. It's fantastic. It folds out. It's so simple, and it dries really quick. It has a little hole here that we can hang it off a bag to let it dry as we're walking along. It folds up, so it keeps it nice and compact. And we've just found it to be a great thing to have on the road. We do also have a normal water bowl. That's a permanent bowl that sits in our van for her to drink when she's in the van. So this can stay in the bag ready for our next adventure. Then you have a food bowl, which we like to take her food bowl from home because it just makes her feel comfortable. She likes to eat out of the same bowl. Now, I know it sounds precious, but this is Twyla we're talking about. She's a bit of a princess and she likes her bowl from home. So we take that with her. And it just makes her feel more, I suppose, at home in our van when we're away from home. Number 3. Now, this next item has got Adam and I out of a spot of bother plenty of times when we've been on the road with Twyla. Baby wipes. It sounds so simple, but trust me, these are unbelievable. We always carry them with us in our van and in our backpack. So we have 2 packets. When she has sometimes had the runs and we need to clean her up because she's very furry, she can get a lot of mess. Other times where there's been a lot of mud on the ground, we just want to give her a pause or wipe over. They have just been great. Sometimes she gets something on her face, we can wipe it off. You will find these are so handy, and trust me, you'll be using them yourself next time you go get some sticky wings at a cafe. But yeah, we find baby wipes work a treat. Number 4 on our list is probably Twyla's favorite one, her doggy treats. We always take a bag of doggy treats with us. We put some in the van again and some in our backpack. Now, these are for, like, sometimes we might have to cut some hair away from her eyes or just do something that she doesn't really like doing. So we reward her with a little treat. Now, some of these are soft treats and some are long-lasting ones where she can chew on them for ages. We normally give those treats to her when we're at a cafe or a restaurant and she's sitting there. And so she's not jumping up annoying us, which she does all the time. She loves her chips, So we're not giving her all that bad food. We take her a doggy treat, and normally that calms her down, and she'll sit there for the time that we're eating our food, relaxed, chewing away, and not barking at people walking past. Number 5. Probably wasn't one of Twyla's favourite things at the start, but now she actually quite enjoys it, and that is her brush and comb. Now, we take this everywhere with us because we had an experience once where we didn't have these with us when we first started out, and Twyla went into a bit of a bush on this walk we were doing, and she came out absolutely covered with these little sticky things in her, and we had to get them out. So we manually had to take them out with our hands. It took forever, and it wouldn't have been the most comfortable experience for her. If your dog doesn't like being brushed or combed, I suggest the treat bag. Give him some treats, and trust me, you'll win him over eventually. But yeah, so we take the comb for getting stuff out of her fur, and to help with knots. And then she is a dog that needs to be brushed quite often because of her fur. So we take the big brush as well. Number 6. So for number 6, I've got her harness that we put on her when we are driving. This is like an actual seat belt, the material. We've got the Easy Dog brand. I think that's the brand there. Now you can get these at any pet store, large pet stores, local pet stores. They're fantastic. They're adjustable. And this is one of those items where, depending on what size dog you got, you might have to get bigger, even bigger. They do come in quite large. And then they have clips to clip her onto a seat belt. And this will harness her in. One thing you definitely don't want is your dog running around while you're driving, and also going through your front windscreen if you were to have an accident. So definitely get one of these. They're a great idea, and she feels comfortable in it. And we can even walk her in it on her toilet breaks while we're driving, which is awesome. Number 7 is Twyla's Doggy Beds. So we take 2 away with us. We have one that goes outside that is a little bit off the ground, which saves her getting bitten by ants and bugs and things like that. And also we find that we can tie her to that, which weighs her down, so she wouldn't be able to run off in a hurry if she was to see something come past, like a rabbit or something. Now, also, we take a round little soft bed for her. We can put that on the outside bed. If it's cold at night, she can snuggle up in that, and it's off the ground, and we can cover it with a little blanket like we have done in the past on our episodes. And then we've got it in the van also if we ever need it. We normally don't use it in the van. She'll normally sleep with Adam in the van. But other times where we've visited people on the road, we can take it into their house and use it so she can have a good night's sleep. Number 8. Now, with number 8, I'm going to sneak an extra item in just because they kind of go hand in hand. Now, number 8 is this longer lead. So when we go away, Twyla is always on lead pretty much all the time. On rare occasion, we will find a dog park where she can run around and have the time of her life. So that's why we like to take this longer lead so she can get a really good run in and get it out of her, because it's a tough gig being a dog, being on a lead. But anyway, so we take that with us, but we also always take in a bag with this lead with a ball. So we can throw it and it gets her active, gets her running, and it's, her time and she has a bit of fun. And since we're talking about balls and toys, so we always make sure she also has a toy from home that she can play with, or we can rough her up with, just to have some play time, especially if it's a rainy day in the van. We can muck around with her and just get some of that energy that she likes to burn off when it's not raining out. So there you go, that's number 8. Number 9. Now, number 9 is something that Twyla was given when she wasn't even born yet. We got given a beautiful blanket from one of my friends. Look at this. She's so talented. Joanne, thank you. So she made these blankets up for us, and we find they are fantastic to take in the backpack when we go out for lunch and Twyla has to sit on the ground. Sometimes it's not the most comfortablest on that ground. It might be rocks or just something that she doesn't really want to lay on. Also, it can be really hot some days or really cold. So just to get her off the ground, now obviously we can't be dragging her bed around everywhere in her backpack with her, but at least with this, you can fold it over and it just gets her off the ground. And we find that she really likes it and it just makes her feel more comfortable. Number 10. Probably the most used item on the road we have ever used before is the good old doggy poo bag. Yes, you need to take these with you and clean up after yourself because, you don't want to be leaving your dog's mess. Now, we went onto a website and picked up a whole heap of these and they're really handy to have. We normally have one in a dog bag. We have one tied to her lead. We have one in the van. So we've got them sprinkled everywhere. So wherever we are, we've got one of these and we can pick up her mess and leave Australia the way it should be without dog poo everywhere. So there you have it. That was the top 10 things to take with you when you're about to hit the road with your dog for an adventure. Now, an added 3 bonus things I'm going to add to this list that you never asked for. So my first bonus item is this backpack that we picked up in Sydney just recently and we're still trying it out. We've used it a few times and we absolutely love it so far. Adam will be doing another video on just this backpack really soon. But until then, yeah, definitely check these out. They're it's K9 sports sack. That's what's on there. And it has a little bag that clips on the front that we can put all her things that would normally put in this backpack. And it will fit Twyla inside comfortably. Her little paws come out here and she loves it. She loves hopping on the back and looking over the shoulder and being at the same height as us on our adventures. So that is my first item. This is a bit of a luxury item. It's not something you need at all. But if you're a bit of a keen hiker, definitely check this out because it's a great way to get places where you wouldn't normally be able to get with your dog. The second bonus item is Twyla's jacket. Now this is waterproof and it has been a lifesaver. My mum purchased this for Twyla when we basically first got it. It fits her perfect. We've never been able to find another one like it. I'm so tempted to make another one myself. It's even saved her from being burnt once. She was close to a fire and an ember came out of the fire and burnt her top. Thank God it didn't go all the way through. So it doesn't just protect her from rain, it protects her from fire. So there you go. But this has been awesome. It's got this collar that comes right up, just keeps her really dry. And because we do go away in winter, it's fantastic for her. It keeps her warm and dry. The last bonus item, which is more of a tip, if anything, is to take a few extra towels just for your dog. We find that when Twyla gets wet, we can give her a wipe over and get it dry, and then we can pop her towel up to dry and we can use it again later. And then we have another one that we cover her bed or her basket with, or the couch in the actual van if she's come in with muddy feet. Now, normally the mud we pick up at the caravan parks and also at free campsites is just like dust once it dries off, and it will come off and you don't actually have to wash their feet every single time, but they just need something to sit on until it does dry up. So we always take, like I said, a couple of extra towels for Twyla. Well, Twyla has finally joined us, the real star of King Dino's adventures, Twyla, our fur baby. So yeah, well, I hope you've really enjoyed this episode. Remember guys, our merch is out at the moment. Like I said before, hoodies, mugs, t-shirts. There's a great selection there. So all you need to do is scan the QR code. Now guys, if you are new to our channel, we have new episodes coming out every week at 5 p.m. on a Sunday. So make sure you go down the bottom and like and subscribe. Also down there, you will find links to our column that we have now in Go RV magazine and our link to our merch shop. All right, guys, whatever you're doing this week, have fun, and we will see you this Sunday at 5 p.m. See you guys.